Hello everybody, this is your host, Mick. And today for the next episode of Klon Klone, we have the LSL Instruments Lucid OD. It has your normal 3 knobs of volume, gain, and treble, except one thing they do mention is that the treble knob is actually opposite tuned. So we'll see how that plays out. So it is a basic 3 knob, as I've already said, so we'll go ahead and turn this off. This was the original tone through the Roland SH-4d. As you can do, I am doing a very low cinematic pad, as when this is on. Now everything is always a little bit lower for this one, but as I've already put it, I do go ahead and boost it when need to, but I also feel like this is the best way to truly show off what a clean boost pedal can do by making something slightly quieter, slightly louder, without peaking everything. Obviously, as that is one of the main aspects that clones are used for, so I will judge it upon that. So, we'll just go ahead and get into the knobs, as that is the very simple thing to do. We'll just keep everything down to here, and then we'll keep volume to here, so we are starting with just... And then we're going to go ahead and start moving the knobs. As you're able to hear, that is very definitely opposite tuned compared to the normal. So let's go ahead and see if we can find the noise. That is pretty funny. It really is opposite tuned, because over here is more noise, but then over here is less noise. I don't know why they did that. I mean, it is something different. So let's go ahead and see if we can get rid of that noise. Alright, right about... Right about there, I'm getting no response on the waveform. There's very slightly something about here, but it's something that you're really never going to hear. So that's about where the noise ends. I'm going to go ahead and dial this in, get another tone going, do some playing, and we're going to go ahead and get into the points. Well, that was some plain. The original patch was just a sort of ethereal arpeggiator with a LFO going in the background to make that sort of sound of like a duck flying around in a circle around your head while you're trying to listen to music, as you never know what the ducks are up to. Possibly a goose. Who knows? Anyways, before we get into the points, I do have to mention that this channel is sponsored by DefCloud. DefCloud is a small family-run shop and has over 600 positive reviews as of time of filming. Go ahead and check them out, as they are able to carry many a smaller boutique brand that will never make it into bigger stores, and also they have a much more responsive staff. I've been a customer of theirs before they decided to sponsor me, and I do appreciate them greatly. Thank you, and back to the video. The construction is fine. For the construction, it's just folded over metal, a little bit of a sticker. It's solid. I got nothing wrong with this. These are plastic, so as standard, this will be a 4 out of 5. The sound itself, even though they did tune the knob opposite, the noise isn't too bad. This is standard for most 3-knob Klon clones, so I'm not expecting anything too much out of it. The opposite the opposite treble knob is more of a novelty than an actual major change, honestly. So I'm just going to give this also a 3.5 out of 5. There is nothing explosive or super big or bad or good. It's not saying this is bad. It's not saying this is good. It's a fine pedal. Nothing bad about it. It's just when you consider the metric of a lot of the other clones I've been reviewing with a lot of other features, it is hard to give a very basic effect more than 3.5 out of 5 if you're doing an exact 3-knob clone. There is a lot better out there now, and it's not to diss on this, as I've already said. It is just old. The effect. Final score 3.75824 out of 5. Once again, this has been your host, Nick. Come on. Good enough. Go ahead and like the video if you like the video, or just like the video anyways, as I do not know what an algorithm is, but I know that it likes and also likes comments. Go ahead and comment what you thought about this pedal, if you do have this pedal or not, as any comment is appreciated. Also know if you do see any other clone pedals you think I do not have. As of time of filming, I have 105 of them. I would appreciate knowing about them, and I will go ahead and look into them to see if I do need to add it to this series, as I am trying to be as comprehensive as possible. This is going to be a very long series, as I say in every single episode, until we get closer to the end, when I say we're wrapping things up. That is not going to be anytime soon, as this is, what episode number is this? This is episode 37 out of 105. Amazing. This sucks. Not really. I enjoy it. It's just, it's a lot of stuff to consider. Anyways, to help fund this series, I have a merch store in the description that also contains a tip jar. You can buy things on there. I make everything myself in terms of designs. Everything else is printed by whatever fourth wall prints things on, but there is no AI involvement in any of my drawings, as I am a real person, unlike some people online. I've recently discovered Instagram, as I had to get one to go and talk to people. I am not giving you my handle, as I am never going to post on there. It is purely just for talking to other builders, as some people always say, well, I only talk on Instagram, and I'm like, well, shit, fine. Here you go, Mark Zuckerberg, steal my shit. But, But yeah, Instagram seems to be a little bit of a cesspit of a lot of AI just slop, and people using AI to pretend they're guitar players mainly, when they're not even real people. It's probably just like some dude who's like 500 something pounds, and then it becomes a maybe 100-pound soaking wet woman with proportions all out of whack playing guitar. Man, the internet has become horrible. Anyways, this is once again your host, Vic. Thanks for watching. Bye.